Gall. I'm, I suppose, a retired butcher. Retired due to a motorbike accident in 2014, which left me with brain damage or acquired brain injury, and a few broken limbs, back and other things associated with a motorbike crash.
Bernard Moore is my name. I'm from Kilkenny. I've lived here. I was born in Dublin, but I lived here all my life. I was only 5 or 6 days in Dublin.
I suppose I spent my working life in this area. My shop is just there behind the church, so I suppose I was butchering for over 40 years, and I would have probably been classed by people that knew me as a workaholic.
I'm Alan Phelan. I'm from Kilkenny City. I've been living in it for since 2000, and that's where I'm from.
I suppose on that fateful night that I was coming home from work, it was a beautiful day, something like today, and I was mad to get home, get my togs and head for a river, but I never made it home. I was going out to Callan Road. It was 500 metres from my own house, and I was involved in a high-speed crash.
My name is Doreen O'Mahony. I live here in Kilkenny City.
My name is Sarah Kavanagh, and I'm the Local Services Manager for Carlow, Kilkenny and South Tipperary with Acquired Brain Injury Ireland. My role is to manage the local services and to support the rehab assistants in their roles. We work as part of a clinical team, supporting our clients to identify rehab goals to work towards, and we review those goals every 3 months as part of the clinical team. A big part of my role as well is managing the referrals. When the referrals come in, again we look at those referrals as a clinical team and look at moving the referrals to the next stage of the process, where two of the team, usually myself and our occupational therapist, will go out to meet with the person and their family member and look at what services we can offer them, what advice and supports are available to the person.
It was a big change for everyone at home, myself, mostly my family, because they really struggled with this guy that was the provider up to 5 minutes before the crash. I suppose we actually had to go and get counselling as a family, because I was there every day then. I was, now in the beginning I was in a wheelchair, not because of spinal injury, but it was just because I wasn't able to walk.
In Carlow, Kilkenny, the services that we have on offer are the group, like you have here, group rehabilitation. We also offer one-to-one rehabilitation assistance supports to people in their own homes, again where people work on goals that they've identified in collaboration with their rehab assistant. And again, they're reviewed quarterly by the clinical team.
It's been just over 8 years now since my injury.
Brain injury can happen to anyone at any time. I suppose it's not something people think about until it affects them or a family member. 19,000 brain injuries happen in Ireland every year. So that works out as 52 a day. So it's a huge amount. That includes the traumatic and non-traumatic brain injuries, and concussions are included there as well. But it's a huge amount. I've worked in the area for nearly 12 years now, and to be honest, that figure still shocks me every time I say it. It's, really is a huge amount of people to be affected, and all their family members as well. Obviously, some people will make, fantastic recoveries out of that number, but a lot of those people will need ongoing supports and will be living with a disability for the rest of their life.
I got a stroke nearly 8 years ago, and my Siobhan started getting onto me all the time to join a group. I couldn't. I didn't want anybody to come near me, but I joined. She got onto me about ABI, and I went to 1 or 2 visits, and we went off to Tramore and came back, and I just decided I'd keep going. And then I knew Michael and Richie. I knew them before that, but we just got to know the group, and Alan and Gus and everybody just got to be friends with them, you know.
So Acquired Brain Injury Ireland was established in the year 2000. It was formerly known as the Peter Bradley Foundation. Peter Bradley was a man who had brain injury from a road traffic accident, and his family then set up the organisation as a response to a lack of neuro-rehabilitation services for people with brain injuries in Ireland. So his family set up the organisation. It started off as one residential service, assisted living service up in Dún Laoghaire, and since then the organisation has grown hugely. We're across the country now at this point with, I think it's 13 assisted living services, clubhouses, group rehabilitation support, one-to-one support in people's homes.
Every day is a different day, and we kind of do new things to help with everything. So yeah, definitely everything's changed a good bit, which is good.
Our local clinical team here would involve the rehab assistants, myself, our psychologist and occupational therapist. So the goals are reviewed quarterly, and we look at how the person is doing, and we use what's called the MPAI, which is an outcome measure. So we look at all the areas of the person's life and how they're doing, and that's scored quarterly. And as the person progresses in their rehab, the score will come down to show the progress that they're making. So the lower the score, the more progress the person is making, and that's just a good tool to be able to show the person, and I suppose for research purposes as well. And when we're applying for funding, we can use the overall. The overall outcome of the outcome measure to, for funders, for the HSE, to show the valuable work that we're doing with people and the progress that they make.
People think they know what a stroke is like. My father had a stroke, and I thought I would know what a stroke was like until I had a stroke. And then you find out it's different. And the people who've had not just stroke but brain damage, they're a little bit different. They're a little bit, and we can understand each other. We can when we say something, we don't have to explain it to somebody. We can just say it, and they'll know what we're talking about.
Brain injury is any injury that has occurred after birth. It can be a traumatic injury or a non-traumatic injury. So traumatic injury is any blow to the head, for example, from a fall, assault, a road traffic accident. And then non-traumatic injuries can be from a stroke, a brain tumour, infections such as meningitis, a lack of oxygen to the brain from maybe a cardiac arrest, or sadly from a failed suicide attempt.
My name is Frank McKenna. I'm from Cuffsgrange in Kilkenny here.
I'm Michelle and I'm from Kilkenny.
This initial incident occurred, things started going downhill health-wise, and I went from one catastrophe to the next, to a stage where it was looking as if I wasn't going to recover at one point. Once I started to recover, then it came again in incremental stages after that, back to where I am now. I certainly can't complain about my current condition.
Been with ABI about 4 years now, and it's one of the best things I ever did was to join. It gave me a lot of support, and I was going through a difficult time, and everybody was there for me.
I don't really remember when I started with the group, but other than I can remember we progressed through a particular period of time to a stage where I'm now conscious of what I'm doing here, and that the fact that I'm here, which is a good improvement.
It's the bond of the group that we all have gone through not the same experience, but we all understand what each other is going through. So it's basically a very powerful group. It's hard to explain to people with a brain injury what it's like who don't have one. So we all know, and we're all friends.
The whole purpose of the group, I think, is to build on friendships and expand your horizons, basically. As it turns out, Nigel, as you know, is a neighbour of mine, and I would have known him 35 years ago initially.
I ended up with the group. Well, I said ended up. That's not. It's not the right thing to say, I suppose. But I contracted meningitis after surgery and sepsis, and it left me with a brain injury. My memory, my right side as well is affected. But I've improved. I've improved a long way.
I had my initial referral to ABI in August of 2018. At that time, I was after having an episode of surgery and wasn't coming out of it very well. I was at a stage where I could be best described as semi-conscious. I have really no memory of anything up to about 2021, when there was a bit of an altercation or an alteration done on the shunt, and I started to come out of it at that stage. Took about a year or 2 years then after that to get me back to where I am now.
We've two groups here in Kilkenny, and we've two groups in Carlow, and some groups in South Tipperary as well. And it's just a fantastic resource to have for people. Some people, I suppose, when the referral comes in and after their initial assessment, they'll join the group straight away. Some people will have some one-to-one supports initially, and the group will be there then as a follow-on support for their rehab.
The group is unique in a lot of ways from my point of view, in the sense that we trust each other. Now, we learned to trust each other over the time, but we can say anything in here, and we know it's not going to be in the local paper or wherever.
Generally, there's two facilitators or rehab assistants running the group. I suppose it's just really valuable for people to have that professional advice and support available to them. But I think one of the real magic things about the group is the peer support within the group. For the guys in the group to, I suppose, be able to meet other people who've been through similar, things that they've been through, similar challenges.
It was about week 4, I think, of the group starting when I joined. I met faces there which I'd seen, like Frank, who was a neighbour of mine, and I didn't know he was ill. And I don't think he realised I was ill, which is crazy, but it's the way it happens. But yeah, I can remember the first day, I was very nervous because my memory was awful. A very small window of memory. And even to the sense of knowing names and remembering names, it was very difficult.
My name is Jenny. I'm the supervisor here in St. Canice's Neighbourhood Hall, situated in Kilkenny City on the bus screen. I've been working here 10 years plus, I think. Acquired Brain Injury Ireland have been using this centre as their clubhouse for over 7 years. They fit in well with what goes on in the centre here, because the variety is endless of groups that use it. It's really, we provide cost rental at an affordable price for groups that need to meet regularly. So all sorts of different groups within the community with different needs. So Acquired Brain Injury Ireland fit right into our remit. I still remember when they came in here originally 7 years ago. I think it was a little bit tentative because the place is quite big and the rooms are big, and people kind of felt maybe it was too big. And I remember encouraging the girls at the time just to give the room a try and get a feel of it and see what they thought. I can still even remember at the beginning when the first few weeks as people came in to use the place, people were a bit shy, they were a bit nervous. We were as well, because it's a new group. Every new group, it takes us a while to get to know them and them to know us, so we see how we work well together. There's
a lot of friendships being made within the group as well. And even to the same, we meet socially just for coffee and about the Rosed Rights.
We're very much about people being a part of the centre. We provide the space, but it's a supported space. It's not just a room that we provide, it's very much a supported service, so anything that people need or we can help with or help to improve and change in any way, that's what we like.
It is a group, a peer support group. but more so I think it's made up of friendship now.
Yeah, and the friendships have gone beyond the group as well, because over the years they've started to contact each other outside the group, which is great. They know that they can ring each other and depend on each other if they need to. It's been fantastic for some people who have come into the group over the years and felt so alone and felt that they wouldn't be able to connect, and yet they walk into that group and within a couple of hours they're connected to people that they've never known before.
I was going through a very tough time up to a month ago, and the support I got was phenomenal. You know, it was absolutely, and it eased my anxiety a lot to know that the group was there.
Every week there's a story. You know, it could be fashionable Fiona with her colour coordinated gear, you know what I mean? Or we'll hear Seamus coming up along and we'll say, oh, here's famous Seamus because we get his laugh coming in the door. Or I don't want to be leaving people out, but at this time of the year, I'm from a rural background. I'll ask Joe about things like going on the farm because I come from that background. People share their little stories, family occasions, new births, you know what I mean, weddings coming up, holidays that they're going on, and we get to know people like that.
I've made a lot of good friends here. Seamus, I knew him ever before brain injury, and it's amazing to see how much he's after grown, how much we've all after grown, you know. And Sharon and Anna are brilliant, you know, they're really understanding, you know. And the group, we just have a bond.
Some of the other lads that are here, I would have known to see them around as well from my time here in Kilkenny. It's a small town, so I suppose you get to know people.
There's an awful lot of laughing in the room, you know. We can just go in and just be ourselves, you know. We don't have to pretend. We can just be ourselves, which is brilliant.
You know, oftentimes when we meet people, they're in the beginning stages of their recovery and their rehab. Oftentimes the family and the person themselves are in crisis. They don't know where to go with things. They may have been through the National Rehabilitation Hospital in Dunleary. Some people haven't. And they're really trying to figure out where to go now, you know, in terms of their recovery and their rehab. So from the time we'll meet them at an initial assessment, to when they start the service, which, you know, as I said, can be the one-to-one support in people's homes, where the rehab assistant will go in and set the goals with them and meet with them once a week to see how they're progressing in their goals and offer a range of supports. You know, the goals can be anything. It can be working on your memory to improve your memory, your organisation and planning skills. For some people, it might be learning how to cook a meal again. It might be, you know, learning how to do your family shopping again, that type of thing. And with the support of the rehab assistant, people regain their independence.
My name is Noreen Marr and my husband's name is Joe Marr, and he attends the group here in Kilkenny.
Sometimes the person with a brain injury, their insight and their awareness might, you know, be impacted, so they mightn't really, you know, be able to tell accurately how they're actually doing, whereas the family member then will see things that the person may not see, so they'll be able to give that side of the story. And again, as I said before, oftentimes the family is in crisis, you know, at that point, because it's really the beginning of their journey.
I suppose Joe's brain injury caused so much upside down to our lives as a family. It has been really, I suppose, hard to understand how it could, but yet it just happens in an instant. And trying to remember our lives before and our lives now is very difficult and different.
The impact then of the brain injury is different for everybody. It depends on what area of the brain is damaged, but I suppose typically it can affect behaviour, mood. There can be physical results. Often after a stroke, people have one-sided weakness, and then there can be cognitive difficulties as well, memory, planning and organising, as I said, emotional difficulties. So it affects everybody in a different way, but it can be extremely traumatic for the person and their family.
Joe was a very busy man. He was gone from morning till night, might come home for the food and then disappear again. So family life, while Joe wasn't in the family on all day, every day, he was definitely there at such the peak times of our lives. He's such a hard-working man, and we had to adapt to the fact that now it has been very frustrating for him to be such, without maybe being able to go to work as he sees it every day and come home as was. So we as a family adapted slowly, very slowly, because we had to maybe adapt to basic stuff on a day-to-day trial thing, you know, of how are we going to leave Joe on his own initially, to encourage him to be more independent, and that was really difficult for everyone in the family, because protection is the first thing that I suppose we do as a family. We don't want that to happen to him again. He wants to be independent, so you have that struggle. Our son was very young at the time and was away in college, and the farm had to be minded now that, like, Joe's doing 2 jobs.
We have a national service called On With Life, which is a specific service for family members and carers. So that team can offer some individual supports to families, but it's a lot of group supports as well. There's some online groups, national online support groups for family members, and then there's some face-to-face groups. So here in Kilkenny, we have a face-to-face group that's run one Thursday a month. So that's a chance for family members and carers to get together with other family members. And I suppose similar to the peer support we talked about in the groups here, it's that type of peer support for family members to, you know, get that support from people who've been through, you know, and are in similar situations to them.
Family life has changed dramatically since Seamus had his stroke 5 years ago. Seamus was a real outgoing man, always on the go, and still thinks he can be like that. But with family support and with the clubhouse here, he would not miss this clubhouse for all to see in China. His friends, this is where his friends and his life is now.
We spent a lot of time following him, and that wasn't good for him and it wasn't good for us. So it did take time to adapt and to look at what was best for everybody, not just for Joe, but for everybody in the family. We didn't want him on the farm on his own, but yet he was able to manage better when he was on his own, because he was concentrating when he's on his own, whereas if he's distracted, it just doesn't work.
Seamus depends on us to help him to do the basic things like washing, eating. He has to have his food cut, going anywhere, doing dressing, showering, basic things like that. But other than that, he's good. His outlook is really positive. He would go 24/7, every day of the week. We could be going. Once I come home from work, we could be going to Newbridge, we could be going to Tramore, we could be going spinning somewhere anyway, always in the car.
In recovery, it was all about learning for everybody. Obviously for Joe, it's learning day to day, even how he doesn't like maybe us as a family trying to be more watchful around him and expecting him. He's not able to do what he was able to do, but yet he has in his head that he can do a lot more. So we all struggle with watching him struggle, it's probably the best way of putting it.
They all look out for Seamus, and like they're his buddies now, and like, I mean, they all look after him, and now he doesn't go for coffee with them. I think some of them go for coffees on a Thursday, but he'd have to get someone to help him get up and things like that. But he's happy out going to this group.
You just have to just zip your mouth and just be kind of a watchful in the outskirts rather than jumping in and taking over, because it is something that we probably did, was to try and take over what he was much more able to do than certainly what I wasn't able to do on the farm, because I wouldn't dream of it.
Supports are not good for families with stroke. You're like the whole time fighting for services like physio, OT. You're the whole time fighting to get those services. You might get a session and for physio, and it could be over then in 2 weeks. So like you need ongoing support. It's not just when they come home first, you need kind of ongoing support. So we just go privately and look after it that way.
We wanted Joe back as we would see it as a family. We wanted who we had, but now we have to adapt to Joe as is, and I think the group has been a great, I suppose, support as well as accepting who he is, and it has helped him to, I can't say accept because it is too tough to even expect somebody to accept something, but maybe to adapt to where he's at and what he is able to do and what he can now do as opposed to what he expects himself to do.
Seamus has made so much progress by coming to this group. He had no words at all. He's now confident in coming here, like everyone understands him. He has so many, like he's putting sentences together now. Like, do you know what I mean? That wouldn't have happened without this group.
Joe has got great benefit from the group, and any other supports probably are maybe for the whole family, but not all the whole family able to attend or to be around because they're all trying to get on with their own lives. So I would say our adult children may be managing it their own way, but knowing that Joe, their dad, is supported and that I am supported too.
Oh my God, I'd say they're sick of listening about family life. I'd say that everyone knows about our family. Everything that happens at home is brought into the group. Everyone knows about the grandchildren. He names them out all the time. He couldn't tell Seamus anything. He'd come and tell it to the group, like we're having 2 more grandchildren en route. I'd say everyone knows about that.
Is it true that you're from Tipperary?
Oh, no.
Do you enjoy the group?
Yeah. 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
5 years in the group?
No.
5 years?
Joke.
Since you had the stroke?
Yeah.
Is it 5 years? Jeez, I didn't think it was.
Yeah.
How long are you in the group then?
4.
So you were a year at home?
Yeah.
Were you up in rehab for long?
Yeah. Months.
3 months?
Months. Yeah.
As an inpatient?
Yeah.
I was an outpatient for I think a year and a half.
Yeah, half.
Used to go up on a Thursday.
Yeah.
How have you found the group?
Very good, yeah. It's somewhere to get up and go to on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Get you out of bed. Otherwise you'd be at home wondering what do we do for the day. So you might as well come here.
Because you missed the documentary last time.
I did, yeah. I wasn't exactly, what would you say, conscious, might be the word to use. But no, at this time now I'd certainly be able to watch it and see where we're going. But the last time I wouldn't have been up to been in it at all. I was basically I would have slept through it.
It definitely changed anyway then.
Yeah. So it's a big improvement, yeah.
You enjoyed the group?
Yeah. Well.
What? Wild.
No,
Powerful.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah. 5 years.
5 years. It's a long time. Yeah. A long time. All right, bye.
Yeah.
Should we have each other, don't we?
Yeah.
The whole lot of us.
Yeah.
There's always something to do.
Yeah.
And talk and listen.
That'll be a quiz or something else.
Yes. Yes.
Something to keep us going.
And there's always a laughter, somewhere along the line.
Yeah. Talk about the holidays and.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or the old holidays, whatever used to be. Yeah. Probably different now than what they were back then, but anyway.
They're very different.
Do you miss it if you don't make it on?
Yeah.
You're out of it there for 5 or 6 weeks.
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
Yeah.
Got no infection.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 week. Yeah.
You know, one thing I noticed while you were out was there was enough of biscuits for the because when you're around, there's no biscuits. And another thing I want to ask you about: what happened to fruit? You used to bring the fruit.
No.
You eat it before. That's what you do. You eat it in the car before you come in.
What do you get out of the group?
Well, again, it's the camaraderie of everyone here meeting on the Tuesday. You have the purpose from the day to get up and come in here, and it gets you started and keeps you going for the next couple of days. Then after that, again, your topics are always what we're going to talk about next Tuesday, and you're thinking ahead, and it's an interest, keeps you going.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. Very much so. And the activities we do. A lot of it.
Oh yeah. A lot of it is mind stimulation. So it's just to get you active again. Because I know certainly when I started to recover, memory would have been a major issue. And
I think it was for everybody.
Yeah. And you find that playing the games here or doing word searches, even something like that, as simple as that, that it just gets you active and it gets you moving again.
Yeah.
Teresa.
5 years.
So you're not. You're more than 5 years. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
40,
30,
yeah, 40,
35, 40,
45.
45 years! She'll go straight to heaven. How in God's name did she stick you for 45 years? We have you for 2 hours on a Tuesday.
It's ironic that we should end up here after 30 years of being neighbours.
Exactly.
Range,
It was crazy, really.
Yeah, when I met you first, we used to go shooting.
Yes.
And there was never any problem getting over ditches or anything with you. And look at you now.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And unfortunately my health's gone down, but
it's amazing how things turn around.
Yeah.
And here we are, back here again.
Exactly.
Full circle.
Remember you went off on a night away with her?
Yeah.
How did that work out? How did it work out? Between ourselves now, no one have to know about it.
Bad job.
You what?
Big bug. Big bug.
Everyone within the group is here for a similar reason. So they're all aware of the different problems that are associated with it.
But we're all very different.
Yeah, and how people cope with it.
Yeah.
Oh, Teresa never sees this.
Speaking for myself, I would speak for the other staff that work in the centre here. I know Chris or Deirdre over during the time before, and we have Steve here now. Any of the staff that work here, we all love ABI coming in here. Kind of gives us a lift of a morning, you know, because we have tough days here. Some days are tough and they can be monotonous and whatever. So it's great when you have a group come in who are friends as well as service users. You know what I mean? They're actually friends. So yeah, love this group.
If I didn't have the group, I'd go mad, you know, because I'd have nobody to talk to. As like Barney, I go to Dublin with Barney every second month. I go with Barney up to Dublin, and we get a dinner and what have you, and that's it. The social life has changed, you know. I'll just keep on going, sure, trying to do my best, and like the 2 kids now, which is a bit of a, I won't say it's not a test. Well, it is a test, but I loved doing the yolks with them and everything.
Who do we have here?
Evelyn Phelan.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about your dad.
He's really crazy. Oh,
He
come on,
loves
tell me
his
more.
speakers. He loves his watches. He loves to go shopping. He looks like a granddad half the time. Loads of people mistaken him as my granddad. He think he has funny jokes, but he doesn't. He loves his music. He loves his speakers. He loves everything almost.
Hello, who do we have here?
Anya.
Anya who?
Anya Phelan.
And who are you?
A person.
What kind of a person are you?
A girl.
What's the best thing about your dad? The very best thing.
He gives the best hugs.
So tell me a little bit about your dad.
Well, he's not really that funny. He thinks his jokes are good, but they're not. And he gives good hugs, but he never really hugs me, but yeah.
He hugs the other one, does he?
Many times. He has brain damage and it does certain things with him and he can't really write. He doesn't make us do homework.
That's great. Every kid's dream.
Sometimes he has to go, when we go to the credit union, sometimes he has to sign his name to get money out or something. Sometimes he can't really do it, so I have to help him with his writing.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Do you have good handwriting yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, of course you do. That was a silly question.
He's kind of lazy.
Okay.
No offense. No offense. And he always lets us watch like movies and TV series with him, like The Rookie. I tie his laces for him when they get really like tangled and loose.
Yeah, does that happen?
Yeah, they happen today.
Yeah? So you had to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness, such a busy woman.
Stinky feet.
After all dads have stinky feet, don't they? I find that most dads have very stinky feet. Mm-hmm. You know your dad had a little injury a few years ago. What do you know about that? Do you know much about that?
Mostly what Evelyn said. I know.
Well, you tell me what you think.
I know, like it has something to do with your brain.
Yeah.
It's just like the motors in it get damaged. We kind of just watch movies and sometimes go out for a walk when it's nice. Yeah. That's kind of all.
Okay, what kind of movies do you like watching together?
We have this like series we watch. It's called The Rookie. Anya loves The Rookie. She's non-stop watching it. If that didn't happen to him, he could have had a totally different life. He likes watching Facebook a lot on his iPad, so he watches that. But that's kind of the things we watch at his house.
Who do you know?
Barney and Richie.
Okay, Barney seems like he's pretty famous.
Yeah.
What do you think of Barney?
He's everywhere.
Oh, your dad goes to a group every week?
Yeah.
What do you know about that?
I went to one of his thingies one of the time down at McDonough Junction. They were like, they played a bit of cards and stuff, and then that's kind of all I seen. He's been everywhere. He's been to Dublin. He's been all around the world. Like.
Do you know any of the guys that your dad knows? Like
Barney.
Well, tell me about Barney.
He's really funny, and my sister likes to make a joke saying Barney goes everywhere.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he go everywhere?
We see him everywhere. Yeah, we see him like every day.
Oh, who else do you know?
Richie.
Oh, tell me a bit about Richie.
I don't really know much about him, but I know he's really funny.
Makes him funny. Why do you say that? To tell jokes or something? Or just tell funny stories?
Tells jokes.
Ah, very good.
And sometimes funny stories. He walks like a penguin and he waddles like a penguin all the time. And I love penguins and he looks like a penguin, so that's why he's my favourite parent. No offence to my mum, but...
I'm 8, my name is Connor, and I'm from Ireland.
You're from Ireland?
In Kilkenny.
Oh, right. Do you like living there?
Yeah.
Okay, what's good about living in Kilkenny?
I don't know.
Yeah, I like it as well. I don't know why. There's lots of good things. So come here to me. What class are you in school?
2nd class.
2nd class. Very good. And tell me a little bit about your mom. What's her name?
Dorina.
Dorina. Is she any good?
Yes, she is.
Is she? What makes her a good mom?
She's nice.
Oh,
nice to meet the same people often, so you kind of chat to them and try to remember what you've talked about, what you've done and where you've gone. I do different games or different puzzles to try and remember crosswords or things like that, which it all helps. It's just all about the memory. Memory is a big problem, so trying to put anything in place to remember where I went and how I got there and get everywhere by myself, not having people to bring me everywhere. So that definitely all helps, which is great.
So, did your mom have a little something happened to her a few years ago? Do you know much about that?
Not that much.
Yeah?
But I know it's a brain injury, and I know it happened after I was like 9 months old.
Okay, so you wouldn't remember much about that either then, I guess.
The group are very good. There's lots of us in the group, which helps, and we help each other with all different tasks, which is great. And we remember each other every week and where we've been and what we've done, and we just interact all the time, which is brilliant. And we help each other with everything, which is great too.
So do you help your mom with stuff around the house or anything like that? Would you be a helpful?
Sometimes.
Yeah? What would you do? What kind of stuff do you do to help her out?
I don't know.
You don't know what to do to help her out? Would you be a man that gets involved in cleaning the house, or does your dad do all that?
Daddy.
We've definitely made good friends in the group. We meet often and we do different things, and we all just help each other out. So it's great fun that way, and it's great memories all the time.
We talk, I do my homework with her.
Oh yeah, I heard that your mom's really good at doing maths. Is she?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not very good at maths. Do you like maths yourself?
Yeah.
What's good about maths?
I don't know, I just like it.
You just like it, yeah. Okay, very good.
It's great to see how far you've actually come. You've come a good bit, but it's nice to know or see that you have made a great improvement in the last 5 years.
I talk to her.
Yeah?
She makes my food for me.
Is she any good at cooking?
Nah.
And it just shows how important positive relationships are in rehabilitation.
Oh yeah.
I know you've said that you've, and the group over the years has done lots of cognitive work, and it still does, and the different activities, but essentially it's the power of that connection with each other and shared experience.
And the feeling of not being alone.
Not being alone.
This is my buddy Joe. Say hello, Joe. How are things going with you?
Grand and you. Grand, once it rain out, I'll be happy.
Oh, would you want a bit of rain now? You would?
I'm in the field, that's on the night.
Is the ground dried? Is it dried out?
That's nice there. That's alright, it's better than last year.
There wouldn't be any growth yet, would there?
No.
And would you have the cattle out?
Some.
And any of them calving?
They're nearly finished now, down to one.
Not so bad. Well, tell me this now.
Cattle are here now.
When all these cattle are calved, heifers, are you going to go back to Tipperary?
Sure, I'll be down there every week.
You do not? Yeah.
I'll go down to see where my father and mother is buried down there. Just go down to the graveyard there now. Or down home.
What part of Tipperary are they?
Mullinahone.
Just on the inside the border. Not that Kilkenny want Mullinahone in Kilkenny.
30 seconds and I can forget something I was going to say and things like that.
Yeah, because I actually owed you €3 for a cup of coffee that I got 2 weeks ago, and I gave it to you this morning, and you didn't realise, but I did owe you,
Oh, well, I'd remember that. Money is very important to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be noted, put in the book.
Yeah.
I'd say I've never met so many mad people as out of Ballingarry.
Did you know?
They're all fucking mad. And I'd say they're all half them are inbred.
Yeah, but what do you mean by them they're mad?
They're cracked. Absolutely cracked.
What, they talk to you?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
The way they go on. Do you ever notice that?
No.
The lads have noticed it about you now, the way you go on.
I thought they said I was quite just like you.
They just need each other and they need the support. Yes, they need support from professionals, but they need more so support from people who are going through the same thing as they are.
Yeah, because nobody gets you the way somebody else who knows what you're going through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And just even talking about simple little things like walking from one room to another. That's what I come in here for. Things like that. And a lot of people you say that to say, oh, I'm the same myself, but they're only the same once or twice. I'm the same nearly every time I do it.
Do you enjoy coming every Tuesday morning?
Yes, I do. It's an old gallery, isn't it?
Nice to see the two Tipperary people over there.
Joe, if you don't fuck up about Tipperary, I swear to God, You hear poor Seamus Welch there, and I'd be pretending he's a half Tipperary man. He nearly loses his life. And you never shut up about Tipperary.
Because that's what you
You're
want.
worse than Barney Moore about West Ham or Everton. Or
Oh yeah, West Ham.
West Ham.
It's one of the features of the week.
Yeah.
You look forward to coming down here. There's a few other things you do during the week that you like going to see West Ham. Things like that. But it's kind of like that you have something to do and you go and do it.
Do you enjoy the Tuesday?
Sure, it's good.
The old gallery.
This man on the left there is white and he does things right.
Will you mention his name?
Yeah.
Gus.
Yeah, he is though. He's quite nice.
He's a neighbour of mine.
Yeah, good.
He'd be walking up and down the road.
If he doesn't have fit on this man.
No, he's fit out, right? Yeah. And who else? What would the two women,
They're originally from Callan, they're those girls there.
Who?
Well, that girl, that Callan.
No, she's not.
She is different.
Which one? Sharon or Anna?
Yeah.
Anna's Moonkind, isn't she?
No, Sharon.
Sharon is she's, I don't know, she's the only one that I know that has a Dublin accent and is from Carrigan-Shore.
Jeez.
How fucking carry on is that?
It is that shared understanding of a brain injury and the impact of that on your life, but it's also fun and having a laugh, having a cup of coffee, having a joke, and that makes that having a laugh and that lifts the spirits and a sense of well-being, and it's all part of
and everyone's unique, but everyone gels.
We get to do this type of thing. Some people who get illnesses, heart attacks and stuff like that, end up sitting in chairs.
Just wishing
we
their
might be
life
slow,
away.
we're fortunate.
Because we're going to Dublin tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll get something to eat and we'll be asleep coming home on the train.
Come back, and that's all we do. We just go.
Yeah, we've done
really it. We might get something when we're up there, but we really only go for
the exercise.
The trip,
really,
yeah.
I should be getting a gold medal for coming into this class on a Tuesday.
And we should be getting a gold one for listening to it.
We love the group. We love it. We love coming into it. It's a great place to call work, whereas you feel like you're going into a place where it's just friendships, and you feel good that that they feel that they can't come to us if they need us, and that we can bring something to help them along in their journeys.
Because we do facilitate the group, but it's very much led by the group members.
It's very much led by the group members.
How long are you in the Kilkenny group?
Must be 6 years nearly now, I suppose.
Well, you were in the first thing, weren't you?
Yeah.
First film.
That many years out of action, still not back right.
Can you see us in another 5 years?
And you?
Two of us, we'll have old sticks. We're going on a Tuesday.
Jesus.
Huh?
You'll have the motorbike or the car. And you'll be
jeez, I hope I'll still be on a motorbike.
I might come in on the tractor.
You might be back on the driving, would you?
I don't know, I ever will be at the helmet.
Sure. Anyway. I wouldn't listen to the wife. I'd fucking do what I want.
Jeez.
Huh?
I'll say that when you're...
Noreen Marr, if you're listening, Joe's going back on the road.
Oh, jeez.
It's such a long way away now, and yet I never thought I'd see where we'd be at now, 7 years later, and I certainly wouldn't have believed we could be this far ahead. That never give up, keep going, and any small change, even if it's small, it can be more magnificent in its own part of life.
The documentary that they actually made 5 years ago, at that time, as I said, a lot of people were still very raw from their injuries, and it was very powerful. It was a hard watch because it was a lot of sadness as well in it. But to come to today and to do this today, it's showing how everybody has healed to their certain extent.
So I think it would be great for anyone to come to the group, because it's something we can do more often, and just meet the same people and get to know them they're like good friends now as well, so it definitely helps us all. And we all have the same problems, so we help each other like good friends. So yeah, I would definitely advise people to come if they can and if they need to.
Don't give up. There's always that hope of some little change that would help somebody to try and adapt to their situation and maybe find that little piece of themselves again that they can be happy with.
Sometimes I could need a little bit of space to have a rant or a vent, if we want to call it that. And I can share my problems as well, and I might be just over a cup of tea sharing something that's happening with me of a day. And I get great support and great friendship out of this group. So ABII are a part of the family here.
Before we started part 2, shall we say, of the documentary, we watched part 1, and it's amazing how everybody has changed. I think everybody has come forward, if not physically, mentally. Hopefully we carry on for the next 5 years, improving.
Connection is great because we meet people every week and we do different things together, and that definitely helps. It's nice to meet new friends and just chill out and help each other out whenever we can, so it's all good that way.
It's the small things that we do that makes a difference over the time. It doesn't happen overnight. It does happen. It can happen.
What I think is great about this kind of a documentary is the one that they made 5 years ago can be so impactful for people who are new to a brain injury, that it can be shown to them through ABI or through the NRH, and they will see that there is hope. And then 5 years on, and making a new documentary shows that hope does really happen, and it does exist, and it does help.
Yeah.
I think it's been better in the last 5 years. I don't know whether I've gotten any better with memory and stuff like that, but life has got better.
And that's what you want, you know.
Yeah.
I consider it myself, like if anybody asks me, do I miss my old life? Not really, because
you didn't want a stroke.
I didn't want to put one out when I got
one. You make the best of what you have.
That's it.
It's good.
As I moved on with it, you know.
Yeah.
If you looked at the film 5 years ago to whatever it's like now, it's making a big difference. I find it makes a big difference anyway.
Everybody seems to be on the same level, you know. We do a lot of quizzes. We go places. There's a lot to do. Well, every Tuesday.
Yeah, we find something to do on.
Yeah, every Tuesday, you look forward to coming in, you know. So
a good laugh as well.
It is,
especially when Michael is there.
Oh, Mick, yeah.
Absolutely, joining a group like this is nearly essential on the recovery road to get you up and moving, and it gives you something to get up to in the mornings, to get up and get yourself sorted out and move on.
After 8 years we've been going.
We have anyway.
We've been together, you know. So it's just to say that we're still connected.
Yeah.
As you put it, after 8 years is a lot to say, you know. It's been good.
This group is really important to us as a family and to Seamus to give him a quality of life that he deserves.
With everything we've gone through, I don't think it's going to get any better. I think this is it. Well, it's 8 years, you know, so...
Well, I suppose, I'm still dragging my foot, so...
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, you were in a bad accident there. When was it? Last week? Or 2 weeks ago, was it?
Yeah, I fell and stopped myself with my face.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
My nose, I had a boxer's nose.
Yeah, I wasn't there at the time,
Yeah, it was that wide.
Yeah.
They're a fantastic group. They've stuck together. I can see us being together for another 10 years, and thank God that when new people do start coming in, I know that these new people are coming into a group that will just take them on we'll look after them and we'll treat them as they would like to have been treated back when they had their injury at the start.
I would encourage anybody with a brain injury to join ABI. It gives people a new lease of life, you know, and we know we're not on our own. You know that there is a lot of people out there with acquired brain injury, and I would recommend it to anybody.
Jesus, we're fucked. Okay, listen, that's enough. Well, there we are.
Bye bye.